Whoa. Hello.
There it is.
Hello.
No fading in. I just need it to fade out.
Right, I got you.
Hello and welcome to another Woodshop podcast.
I don't have to do it.
With Mike Coffey of Coffee Custom Builds,
The music
Daniel
does it.
Dunlap of Daniel Dunlap Woodworks, and Peter
Who
Kapar
did
of
cats
Peter's
music?
Workshop.
I always
You
forget.
can find us all, as well as the podcast, on Instagram and YouTube.
Welcome to episode 83 of another Woodshop podcast, where I am excited to announce that it is officially the end of Dan's probation period. He is a full-fledged member of AWP.
Hey!
Yeah, you made it, bud.
It only took 2 years.
Congratulations. All that hazing
have we
has
been doing
finally
this for
paid
2
off.
years?
A few weeks.
Yeah, it's a year and a half. All that hazing has paid off. Good job, bud.
Fantastic. I only had to wear my underwear on my head twice.
Mega proud of you. You can stop using a bidet now. The hazing is over.
No. Don't even go there, bro. I love my bidet more than I love my children.
Oh, I guess Dan's going to say it. I don't have to make a joke about it. All right.
All right.
That's fine. Save me
The
some
unofficial
time.
pre-show
Hey.
had some very juicy information about us.
Yeah, we had an unaired pre-show this week, so no one got to hear it. But we're going to do another pre-show. Listen, if you don't know what's going on right now, before I talk about who's sponsoring the show, it's Tuesday, and we normally record on a Thursday. Dan and I are going to be flying out to Pete's this week, and we're going to be doing some pretty fun stuff out there. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't have said it
Raise
better
the
myself, Dan.
roof.
So, okay, that's too
I'm
much.
gangster.
Let's not get. Oh no, Pete's doing that thing. Oh, what's that? What is? Okay.
Tummy sticks.
No, but we're. But we're gonna be flying out there. Dan's flying out tomorrow on Wednesday. I'm flying out Thursday. Friday we're hanging out. We're gonna do a bunch of lives, and we say we're gonna do a bunch of lives, but we always just end up hanging out.
No,
and not
we're
doing
gonna
that. But we
We're
will
gonna
drink
do
a bunch
live.
and do one
We will-
live and pass out.
And we will
yeah,
be
we'll do one
live
live.
in person at the Maker
Right.
Camp in
Yes,
East
we'll be at the Maker
Durham,
Camp.
New
That's gonna
York.
be awesome. Durham.
Durham.
Durham. But anyway, let's talk about who sponsors the show. That's the patrons. If you ever wanted to be a patron of what is sometimes ranked the 386th most popular hobby podcast in the United States and Finland, you should go to patreon.com/another woodshop podcast and give us some love. If you don't want to, then that's totally fine. What?
I feel like
Pete's
the
got
number
finger
you
in the
gave
air.
us is like not accurate. We are regularly in the top
I have no idea.
100-ish.
You're right. Actually,
Yeah.
this
We were
week,
number
we
49
like,
today.
Yeah.
32.
The crazy thing is
49. Wow, that's
we're in
really
like
good.
the top 300 for hobby in like foreign countries.
Oh, always.
Oh, we're in the
Which is-
top
Oh,
10.
we're in the
in
top
Sweden.
300 always in the United
I'm
States.
assuming there's
Yeah, we're-
others in those countries, but like we are like one year it was like Germany, or one day it was like Germany or something.
I was just on Wikipedia and I actually was reading that they don't do any hobbies in whatever country you just said.
Wait,
was a-
do we have a
I
Wikipedia page?
This,
I was thinking that same thing. I was like, wait a minute. We've made it. We buy our glue by the gallon,
I mean, who?
and we have a Wikipedia page.
That's good stuff. That's the good metrics to rate yourself by. No, big thanks to you guys who support us over there. And if you want to support us, go check that out. One way you can support us is to share the show. Another way to support us is to put a very obscure review on iTunes that makes no sense and only confuses people. So we actually got a great segment now where Dan sings, and it goes right into the reviews, and we're going to do that right now.
Oh, Black Betty, Ram-a-lam.
I don't think I could love that song anymore. It's probably one of the best songs ever written. Dan wrote that with zero inspiration for the show randomly a few weeks back.
Zero.
And
It's crazy.
some other band started playing it, and I'm seeing it all over Instagram now.
I'm seeing it
we should
all over
absolutely see them.
Instagram now. It's insane.
It's crazy.
Where's my royalty
It's
checks?
bonkers. Seriously, Dan wrote that. So let me get into the first review here real quick. This review is from No One, because you guys dropped the ball. We need reviews every week or Black Betty goes away. And that means Dan doesn't get paid. So let's
Yeah.
get those reviews in next time. Okay.
Come on,
I have
guys.
Your turn.
I have a
Make them feel
bidet
bad.
bill to pay for every month.
Yeah. I am
Your
very
bidet
disappointed.
subscription from
in all of you.
bidets.com. Dan's part of
Bidet
the
monthly.
bidet. Yeah. He gets
Bidet
a new
monthly.
bidet every month.
It's a bidet aficionado. monthly.
How can Dan possibly upkeep his subscription if you guys aren't giving us obscure medical reviews?
I'm
about
just
a
imagining
woodworking
it's like a children's
podcast?
book where you're like, it's the shape of a toilet seat. So like when you open it, the center is hollow. The words are around the
Oh, you can use it. You can use the book like as
It's a training
liner?
book.
No, all right.
Yeah, if you,
Oh.
it's like a survival item. If you're out in the wilderness and you
Oh
get
my
lost,
God.
you could use the book.
What's that dude's name who does all the survival stuff? What's his name?
Bear Grylls.
Like one
Mike
Bear
Hawk.
Grylls. I was gonna say Guy Fieri, but okay, Pete. Come on.
Mike
you don't have to stop
Hawk
the story
is a
over.
guy. His name just sounds very dirty. Look up Mike Hawk on the Google.
Survivalist or
I'm
what?
not. I'm not putting that into my Google
Mike
at all.
Yeah.
Hawk.
Nope.
Sorry, people who listen to us with their family. Pete thought he'd just go totally off the cuff today with his made up horrible.
Please
word
Bing it
names.
right now. Mike Hawk.
You know, please stop. Please.
Real person.
I don't like this segment.
Please. Pete, we need to get out of this segment immediately. Please stop, Pete. Please stop making us Google this. No. All right. This next segment
He was the
is called
sofa
What's on My
king.
Bench. Stop. Stop it. No, this next segment. I'm so thrown off right now. I'm going to have Dan sing because his voice is like that of an angel in the arms of an angel. It's actually Dan right now.
In the arms of
What's up?
an
No, you
angel.
You can't over sing your own singing.
Oh, you. I got the cue.
All right.
bad.
Listen,
Dan, go first.
I wish I need to save that audio of the arm in the arms of an angel for whenever we do like a fundraiser. Like we need to do a live stream-a-thon, and all that's playing is Dan in the background.
All I'm imagining
His
right now is
voice.
us doing a telefon where it's like Mike's holding like a long microphone with just a tiny little microphone at the end the whole time.
Like
and, it's
Price is
super-
right.
and then like me and Dan are just picking
Don't
up
forget,
phones and
spay
hanging
and
up
neuter your
in the
pets.
background the whole time, not actually talking
But-
to anyone.
But at the end of it, we owe like some organization $1,300. We didn't raise anything. We like are in debt to them.
The studio wants to
24
get
hours of
paid.
streaming later, negative $1,300. All right, listen, Dan, what's on your bench?
Not a whole lot. I mean, this has been a short week. You guys caught me off guard.
Yeah,
Oh, let's record on Tuesday. What? I do my best work between Tuesday night and
that's what I said.
Friday or
And
Thursday.
late Tuesday night.
Yeah. So the slide tables are done. They are complete. I made a crate for them so I could freight them to San Francisco. I put them in the crate. I'm waiting for my client to give me their address because I still don't have it.
Wait, so you made a freight crate and now you have to wait?
Yep. That's a lot of eights. I'm trying to figure out how to rhyme bidet in there, but I can't. Right.
I saw gears and steam coming out of your ears. There was a lot of stuff going on. Great, but bidet?
Bidet. Oh, that's when me and the bidet, we go out and have drinks.
Oh,
we
God.
come home,
You guys go to Sonic, grab a burger, maybe a milkshake.
share a straw.
I don't know.
He just
Taco
grabs a burger
John's or
from Come
whatever.
and Go.
And then besides that, I did a lot of Etsy orders. You know, I'm like a broken record at this point. Etsy, and that
Makes money.
Yeah, it's making money. It's doing better than I ever thought it would. I'm not buying mansions. I've said that before, but it's doing okay, and I'm pretty happy with it. So,
Well, let's
Just
just
the
say
one
Max is
mansion,
eating
not-
wet food.
Not plural.
oh yeah, Max is living
eating
like a
wet
king.
food.
He gets that high
Second laser
protein,
gun.
high protein food in a can. So
Wow.
things are good over here at the Dunlap residence. Pete, what about you?
No, keep going. Think harder. Because here's what happens. You throw it to me halfway into my intro to my week. You go, I have a thing too. Think harder. Come on. I need more stuff.
I am
One
going
sentence for
to
you.
New Jersey tomorrow. I'm
Literally
I'm
tomorrow.
Jumping on
Less
a
than
plane.
24 hours from. Actually, I will be picking you up in 11 hours. Or I'm sorry, 23 hours.
Yep, math is hard.
The time zone change.
I am jumping on a plane tomorrow afternoon. I'm headed to Jersey. Pete's going to pick me up in about 23 hours. He's correct. And
22
excited
time
for
zone
that.
change.
so Pete and I are going to have a whole day by ourselves, just Pete and I, before Mike gets there. I plan that.
Ruins it.
It's gonna get real
And
hot.
we're gonna have a
I think Mike
romantic-
planned it. He was like, "Oh, Dan's coming on Wednesday. I'm gonna come in Friday at midnight for a Saturday event."
Bring your
You're
Red
ruining
Bulls.
my story. We are gonna have a very romantic canoe lunch on a lake.
Yep, I may have
We're not eating a canoe. We're just gonna have lunch on a canoe.
I may have said some things that
I
I'm
want to be clear there.
regretting now. I may have been drunk, but whatever. We're going on a lake.
I want to hold hands and all that stuff. I want
Nope.
you to bring a big like pink umbrella. I want to twirl it.
None of that happens. Nope. Go on a lake,
Let us-
I'm gonna
drink
wear my
beer,
best dress.
we drop anchor, and we Instagram.
Yeah, I'm
all
dropping
that
anchor.
happens.
All
Oh,
right.
I think
Let's go.
I think I actually have COVID. I don't think I can make the trip.
Oh, bummer.
COVID.
More ribs for us.
Got COVID. Someone's ribs.
All
will be
right,
getting
Pete,
tickled.
go now.
Hey, it's my turn. So I am prepping for these two Shlomos to join me this week.
What does
I
that
am
mean?
super excited. You should watch Wedding Crashers. You'll get it. But I'm very excited
Never
for these
heard of
guys
it.
to come out.
Is this like the other thing you said we should look up earlier?
It's
Back to the
real.
Future?
Google Mike Hawk. Mike Hawk.
Stop saying that.
No, stop it.
It's an actual thing. So I'm very excited for you guys to join up. Dan's gonna be here tomorrow. I actually have to go into Manhattan tomorrow, which stinks for work. But hey, Paco's in a shot. So I'm gonna.
He goes to Manhattan too.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll be going to work, and then what sucks is I have to drive past the airport, kind of, go back home, and then go get Dan later that night. But whatever, things you do for loved ones. This week, what have I done? My CNC is still not fully done. I forget how much I hate soldering, or no, I like soldering, but how bad I am at it. Because it took me about an hour to solder up all the connections on the plug that goes on the little aviation plug that goes on the top of the spindle, but got that all wired up. That's all good. I started wiring it up with my VFD, and then luckily the community is freaking awesome. Everyone reached out. Everyone gave me all this good info, and I figured out that it's not as easy as like a wire up correctly and you're good to go. You gotta actually program the controller. So all the stuff that Dan's gonna learn eventually when he's back home. I was talking about the VFD and how much work you have to do, Dan. It's gonna be fun to do this remotely with you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Just bring the little controller. We'll wire it up. But got that pretty much all set. I just need to do it. Maybe when Dan's here, we'll knock that out on Thursday
I'll
after
watch.
our very romantic canoe trip. And then I'm prepping because I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to be ducting or basically getting all the exhaust out from the laser. I've been thinking about doing because I'm getting Mike. Did you get that AC Infinity whatever blower thing yet?
I didn't order it yet.
No, yeah, it's sitting in my.
I have
car
an
too.
idea.
Oh, here we go.
Get a giant fan. Have you heard of this company? Excuse me.
Big butt fans.
Big ass fans. It's a donkey.
Mike
donkey.
Hawk fans.
Get a Mike Hawk fan and just open your garage door and point the fan out.
That's
Pete, why
why
don't you just get a dryer vent louver and just circular saw a hole in the, or hole saw in the wall?
I was thinking about putting it straight out that wall. Two issues. One,
Oh yeah, the door thing.
it's
That's
like
right.
right
Just blow it
around,
back
like the
in.
door is right there. So if I ever have it
Yeah,
open
yeah.
in the summer, I'm just going to be getting smoked in there. Plus, I don't know where I'm going to be eventually getting, what is it called? A mini split. And it's going to be right on that wall. So I don't want to put more stuff there just in case I'll be running that. And I don't know if the exhaust fumes are going to be bad for it in any way, but whatever. I just
So are
want to
we
run
going to
straight
build
out
a
the-
chimney
Well,
in your shop? Is that what
well,
we're doing?
it doesn't.
You're going to drill a hole and go
The
straight
mini
to
split
the
Chimney.
attic.
The mini split.
That's
will
a
blow
Nebraska
air
chimney.
out.
It wasn't
Of the
like
shop.
I know the fumes wouldn't really affect it, but it would be more the the fumes coming in back into the shop. That's why I wanted to exhaust straight out.
Yeah.
So, and it's easy access. My attic is very, very easily accessible. So I'm just gonna hit that, go through the roof, put a cap in there, and I'm done. I just need to actually put it in there, and then the fan that I'll be installing is gonna go right in there. I am probably gonna get I was looking at that AC Infinity whatever, but I don't need it to be ultra quiet because it's actually gonna be in my attic. So I'm actually thinking about just getting like Home Depot has them. You just like, I'll flip a switch and it'll blow it out. It's just a regular 8-inch fan that you can get for your AC in a shop. But anyways, that's a project for later this week. What else did I do? Oh, I finally like hung stuff up on my walls. So I've been cleaning up my shop as far as like, I get spider webs and stuff out here and whatnot. So I finally cleaned up the rest of them. I'm putting up the rest of my lights, and I hung up my French cleat wall. It's been a lot of organization, and not to sound like Mike as well here, but like finally setting up my shop, and I'm trying to sell this damn house because I haven't really been too vocal about this, but I've just been dealing with a lot of stuff with my old house with my folks living there, because we're finally listing it. They finally put the sign up in the front yard. We got to get photos.
Are you
done
having
this
trouble
weekend.
evicting your folks?
Yeah, they're
Get
the
out.
worst. Like for even, it's just little annoyances such as like the realtor telling my mom like, hey, take all these curtains down. I come back today 4 days later and the curtains are still up, and she's like, no, I'll leave them. I'm like, no, you're gonna take them down. This needs to look like a blank slate. Like you can't be having like personalization and whatever.
Plus, you need the light in.
Yeah, it looks like a Persian palace in
about the
here. Come
light.
on. Exactly, and that's the other thing. So she's taking it personally. I'm like, it's
Take
fine.
out
You
the
can put it up in
screens,
a
too.
week. Yeah, it's all of it has come out. Yeah.
No,
She's-
really, you take out the screens. That's
Oh,
what
you're
that's a
serious?
real
No,
trick
I know.
that I was. Yeah,
I know
you take out the
100%
screens
what
and
you
then you
mean.
put them back after the sale.
So I've been dealing with that. I've been going back and forth between there and like taking stuff that we need and then stuff that needs to go in a dump or trash or whatever. I'm grabbing from there too, and I'm just gonna toss it out for them. So there's just been a lot of behind the scenes, but the shop is like functional. I'm running tools. I'm working on little projects. Instagram was down this week, which was both a nice day and like kind of like, I didn't get to catch up with my buddies, but it's kind of nice that Instagram was down for a day. It was a nice little break. I don't know about you guys. Well, I know about you guys. We talked about it.
Very
I
nice.
forgot about something.
What? There's the Dan move.
What?
What? I am shooketh. I am shocked.
I can't. Even...
Oh my God.
Pete,
The
don't forget to
day?
mention
What?
that we're going to Maker Camp.
Yeah, I was actually gonna bring it up earlier, but well, I'll bring it up now, and then I'll talk about. Well, let me talk about the last two things that I have on
All
my
right.
bench, and we'll talk about Maker Camp. So I've officially kind of opened up my doors to business again, because with my old shop, working in a super small shop, it was bringing me more frustration than anything. So I was saying no to more and more jobs. And with 3D printing taken off, I didn't really need to take on more woodworking. I was kind of fine to support my hobbies. And now that I'm set up here, I've got a job lined up for Mike, you're going to love this. It's an ash top. I'm just making a top. It's for a desk, but they want it
Herringbone.
brown wood color. It's the client's
Ash
words.
takes. I would do Rubio chocolate if it was
Yes.
me. but-
Actually, that's a
Yes.
great idea. I was gonna
Yes.
just
I
preset
know.
Rubio
That's why
chocolate.
I said it.
Calm down. You're not
Rubio
talking yet.
chocolate is amazing. I use it on the desk restore I did a couple months ago.
Sold. I'm 100% doing that. That's actually I was gonna ask you
And
guys
it
for a
smells
recommendation. Great. So I got that coming in, and then I'm working with this company. This is kind of tentative, but this will be like a Mike Coffee full production run thing, which I actually picked his brain about pricing on that. It's a company that makes ice climbing training tools. So like they're made out of 1-inch plywood, like Baltic birch. And they had a company carving these out for them, cutting them out in the UK, and then they were shipping them to the US. And I'm like, I can definitely do that for you. What do you guys need? And the numbers they threw at me were pretty reasonable, and I'm talking with them. So hopefully that works out. That'd be a fun little job. Anyways, enough
Nice.
of me stealing all of Mike's gigs and things that he has every week. Mike, what's up with you?
Well, I'm exhausted, and I don't wish moving a home, shop, and business on anyone ever. It's a nightmare, and I hate it.
Fun, isn't it?
So that's my week, basically. No, it's the worst. I mean,
I
it's
know,
just like
trust
so
me.
much. I have so many things, like the physical things, moving things. It's whatever. That was like whatever, but it's actually like getting the house ready to sell, dealing with all that stuff. I'm having to deal with the power company still. I'm still dealing with the power company. I have that site walk tomorrow with them, so we'll finally have some answers with that.
A site walk at your new property?
Yeah,
Oh,
the power company comes out
the
tomorrow.
power company. Oh, okay.
No, at the new one, so we can figure out what's going on with this power. So I've revised my permit 3 times, and those revisions were per the power company's advice. And I had my phone call with the guy on Saturday, and he thinks I need to change it again. And I almost threw my phone across the room. I was so mad. So I told him, listen, you need to come out to my house, and I'm going to have my electrician there, and we need to get this plan set. This needs to be done. I'm tired of the back and forth on this. I need this done. I need power to my shop. So I do have an alternate option right now. My family's business, fortunately, has one of those giant like tow behind generators that you can power like a whole block with. It'll pump out like 250 amps off that thing. So I can run my shop off the generator. I'm gonna have to like wire up a janky setup with a sub panel and stuff to get it going, but I can work off of it for now if need be. But if it's only gonna be a few more weeks, I'm just gonna kind of bide my time and do stuff with hand power tools and none of my big tools. So I can also quickly wire up something to run my table saw and dust collector, one like the smaller dust collector. So, but the problem is that lies with that is I'm like temporarily running my dust collection for it, which I hate doing. It's going to be all over the place because I'm going to want to go with flex PVC. Anyway, I'm trying to avoid having to do this multiple times. I don't have time for this. So I'm just really exhausted from all this. I'm getting up at like 6 every morning, and we get the boy out of here, and I go straight to work, and then I work till like super late every night. It's just really tiring. We're trying to get every penny we can for that house. And that was supposed to hit the market on Thursday when I hit the plane to go to Pete's house, but that got changed because they couldn't get stagers in there, and stagers are expensive. I didn't realize how expensive it is to get staging done at your house. But they say on average, it nets you a lot of a much higher dollar amount for the house. So that's fun.
I mean, the silver lining there is you're not going to have to field calls from your realtor while you're in New Jersey this weekend.
I wouldn't have to anyway. I mean, they're just going to, I couldn't, they would just say, she'd just text me and say, hey, we've got an offer. You know, I wouldn't have to do anything because they're anticipating multiple offers for the house. Well, anyway, we're anticipating multiple offers. So we weren't going to have to deal with anything until Monday. Right. Like I told her I was going to be gone. Anyway, it's all right.
I was trying to see
ultimately realistically, all of this is really good. Ultimately, all these things are hard, but they're really good. Like you work for things that are good. That's what you do it for. But the listing thing is kind of, it's whatever. I mean, they're the pros, you know. I don't know. I can have all my opinions, but they're the professional realtors. That's what they do for a living. So this gives them more time to pre-market it. They're going to hype it up. They're going to do some social media posts for it. We'll get the stagers in there. Window cleaners come Friday. They do all the pictures on Tuesday. So as a result of that, getting everything ready, I got the shop emptied out. I've got almost everything out of there now. Lots of help from my dad. My dad basically built like 80% of that deck by himself. My father-in-law and my mother-in-law came over on, I guess it was Saturday. Came over Saturday to the old house, and they worked in the yard. In fact, after the meeting with the power company tomorrow, my father-in-law and I are going back to the old house to clean up the front yard. I had a bunch of steel at my house that I had gotten for that deck, and there was some left over. I sold that to some local guy. I was just doing a bunch of Facebook wheeling and dealing. I haven't done any woodworking.
Speaking of the steel deck, are you going to market that as a nuclear proof deck? I mean, that should net you a few extra $100.
Nuclear?
That deck is
mayonnaise deck.
I've never built
major.
I've never built a deck before. And it's not like a ton of fun or anything. It wasn't bad. I mean, today was actually pretty nice, kind of getting out there. I kind of had an idea about what I was doing, but that deck is super nice. Like it's going to add a lot to that house, and they're really good because the fire pit in the backyard I've got.
Yeah.
They're going to really stage
steel?
that up and really. It's a steel fire pit. Yeah. So you can't.
Yeah, I don't think have we mentioned that the bones on that deck that you built is steel? It's a steel deck.
I don't know if I did it. It's literally
that's
made
why
of
I mentioned that.
Gauged framing steel.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
It's legit.
It's a nice deck.
It is ridiculous.
If the world ends, Mike's old house deck will still be living.
Mike deck is real nice.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go again with this guy. Anyway, yeah. So I'm just tired. I don't want to go on about it, but I did put my Etsy store. Well, I won't go into that, but yeah, I haven't had any orders. I've got some commissions that, man, I would love to be working on right now for some customers. I've got that poker table. There was a snafu with the felt. I had ordered the felt a long time ago, and apparently it went out of stock right when I ordered it, and I got an email from them saying that it was out of stock. But it went to my junk mail, and I never knew I wasn't getting it. And when I was moving, I thought I lost the felt. Well, I went through all my junk mail and found the email saying that it was out of stock and they had credited my account back. So I had to order a different felt. I had to get the customer's approval, and that was supposed to land today, and it didn't land today. So, but the base is actually finally done. Well, not fine. The base is done now. So when I get back from Pete's, from visiting you guys, I'm going to be able to just work on that and knock that out. I don't need any big power tools for that. That's going to be just putting it together, and that's going to just be like regular hand tool work. So, and then I'm going to start on, I finally have an idea on how I'm going to do the pour for that big. So it needs a ton of epoxy, and I'm going to be using the Total Boat Fathom in there. What I'm going to do is in the big spots where there's like big holes going through, I'm actually going to put caulking around the holes, slam a piece of plywood on there, and then brad nail it onto there, and then flip it over with the weight on that, and then pour into that.
Would that be mic caulking? Sorry,
I need a crickets sound effect so bad right now.
I'm sorry. I'm channeling Pete over here.
The video.
Mike, we're 27 minutes in. You do with that information what you want. We're 27 minutes in if you want. Just
hashtag mic cocking. Yeah, so I've got a plan for that finally. So there's a bunch of other stuff going on, but it's all like in the future stuff, and I'll talk about that later. But I was supposed to get a sander this week, actually. I need to find out what's going on with that. My big sander.
Oh yeah, the new Laguna sander, right?
Anyway. Yeah, the 37.2 is supposed to ship on Monday. I got to find out what's going on with that.
Well, honestly,
I really don't want to get that phone call on Friday morning.
I forgot to mention something.
Oh, because you're not there. What up?
I forgot to mention something.
Okay.
I did come to an agreement for a design on a desk with one of my clients. So I'm going to be building that soon.
Nice, dude. Like note to selves, Dan goes last from here on. He goes last.
Well,
okay.
I remember as we go.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, Dan goes last.
All right, listen. Let's get into.
We're not going to get into questions. Here. We're changing it up. Completely changing it.
All right.
Episode 83.
Oh.
New season.
This is always fun.
Let's go. No, I just want to talk about. We keep mentioning it, but we haven't really gone into details. So we are going to Maker Camp in East Durham, New York. We were nice enough to invite Jimmy DeResta. He'll be there too. It's AWP presents the Maker Camp featuring Pat Lapp.
Wow.
No, but so we're 100% just piggybacking off of their event. It just happened to line up. We're going to be there on Saturday. If you guys are there, please stop by, say hi, say your name, where you're from, because we can't tell who you are by just your eyes. Or I guess we're not going to be wearing masks. We're going to be outside. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But we're going to see you guys there. Say hi. We'll have stickers, hopefully, to do some sticker swaps. Guys, pack stickers.
Definite maybe.
I'm going to bring the stickers that I have, but it's very few.
That's okay.
This is literally how many I have left.
So if you play your cards right, you may get a Dunlap sticker.
This is it.
Yeah, they are the square ones, though, so not round, but whatever.
Is that thing sold out? Do you know?
I don't actually know if it is sold out. If it is not, I mean, maybe one of you guys can Bing it while I do the whole spiel. No,
I'm not going to use Bing.
But if the tickets are still available, make sure to check it out.
Pass.
You can get, we'll give them the little pimp. You can get the you can look but can't touch pass, which is very cheap. And then you can do the hands-on pass, and then the kissing on the lips pass. But that's a whole month or week. Oh, weekend, whatever.
Above the pants.
$200. Yeah, you don't want it.
over the pants pass.
We're doing the hands-on one. I don't know about you guys. I'm not going there to actually I'm really going there to meet.
Look, if you want the full experience, buy the pants off pass.
The pants off pass. Yeah.
Pants off, dance off pass.
Dance off. So, I'm excited to just kind of meet people. If something cool comes up and I get to get my hands on it, Like, I'd love to try some metalworking or blacksmithing, or whatever. But honestly, I'm just going there to meet everyone and have a good time.
I'm
eat
bringing
some
my
good food.
chainsaw. I'm gonna carve a polar bear. It's
He's
gonna be
gonna
amazing.
he's gonna check his.
Oh,
chainsaw.
we're bringing tools. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to bring a second
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah,
I'm bringing my 36-inch steel.
yeah. I'm bringing my
amazing.
my little Ryobi, 16-inch.
I'm gonna wear it on my back like a ninja.
Is that with the cord? Are you gonna have like?
I'm gonna carry it in a case because that's the safest.
You gonna bring a generator with?
Hold on, guys. Generator's almost started.
Hang on, hang on. Dan, you filled it up, right?
This tree.
So we hope to see you guys there. We're not going to be there Friday, Sunday, any of those days. We're just coming up for the one day.
Saturday only.
So make sure to see us. You can shoot us a message, but honestly, we might be kind of distracted and not looking at our phones.
Will this podcast be out for everybody by the time we're there? I don't think it will be.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we might do an early
oh,
release.
you know what?
Oh,
Oh, you're right.
well, why don't we drop
Yeah.
it for the
It's for
patrons
patrons
like
only.
immediately, and then we'll do a Friday release. for
Okay, let
everyone?
me edit it tonight.
Well,
Hey,
not-
Mike,
it doesn't have to be tonight.
did
But maybe
you-
we can do an earlier release for everyone else this one week.
I'll try to edit it. I'll try to edit it tonight.
But if you're a patron,
and then we'll
you're coming.
release it on Friday.
come say hi. And
No,
also,
I'll get it done tonight, and then we can
Dope.
have another patrons.
and you're
If-
probably
if
listening to
Mike
this
doesn't get
before
that
the
done,
pre-show,
hop in your
so that's gonna be on
DeLorean.
Friday.
If Mike doesn't get that done,
Uh-huh.
hop in your DeLorean and
Yep.
come see us. All right.
Mike will get it done. Mike
Very
always
cool.
gets it done.
Is it just a DeLorean that they're going to drive to the maker camp?
That's a
Well,
time
they're gonna have to
travel
go back
reference.
in time to listen to this episode so they know to go to the maker camp.
Well, we're all also going to.
Millennials.
Yes, us millennials. But yeah, so we're very excited to do that. And that's that. And then anyone that's local, the 5 of you, we're gonna do a little meetup that are patrons. The 1 of you that are patrons, we're gonna be doing a little meetup at my place on Friday. So if you guys want to come by, hang out, and do whatever we do when we meet up, it's mostly just
Bring sausages.
bring sausages.
Hey,
Um,
real quick, do you have a tiny waffle maker?
I have a
chance?
I have a regulation size waffle maker, and you know full well
Regulation size.
I might
regulation.
order one and send it to your house.
You
Small
pour, you flip, and you know you can't have
Hold on.
waffles
Hold
right
on.
now.
Hold on.
one. No,
Hold on.
I'm not having waffles. It's for my fuelings. You mix them up and you put them in the waffle maker. It's really quick and easy for me to make food. So I'm gonna order you one and have it sent to your house.
Oh, you
Wait,
had
hang
me
on,
at
hang on,
full
hang on,
staff
hang
there
on,
for a
hang on.
second, bro.
I'm calling him out.
Hold on.
Hang on. Not 7 days ago, you messaged me and go, "Hey, do you have like an espresso machine?" Like, no.
Yeah,
I
and you're
have a
like,
coffee
no,
maker.
I'm super poor. I don't
I'm
have one
super
of those.
poor. I just bought a house. I have no money. I just bought a house.
You said I'm basically a hobo. I don't have an espresso machine.
You can get the Nespresso Virtuoso for like 150
Those are
bucks.
disgusting.
Uh,
They like
just
to
for
It's
you
better
guys,
than
Starbucks
zero. It's
beans.
better than zero espressos, Mike.
just
No,
for
black
that,
coffee's gonna be great.
I'm taking a nice, good wedding gift coffee maker off the counter. I'm going to bring out the Mr. Coffee that I've had for so long. All of the instructions off the front have gotten rubbed off in years.
And it's got
Man, you
it's got
showed us.
coffee
Yeah.
scale. No, that's cool by me.
I should
That's
know, like,
Nebraska
it makes
coffee.
it literally
patina.
makes the best coffee. It makes the
That's patina.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the mini waffle maker because
Okay.
I nearly like had a big O. Like my new jam,
The reputation you can ride
Big
on Big
O.
O tires.
big O.
my new jam. There's this coffee shop next to me. It's not too far from me actually. It's a chain coffee shop. It's Scooters,
Mhm.
but they have a maple waffle sandwich, and it's a
That sounds
mini
incredible.
waffle. It's a mini waffle, and it's like sugary maple with sausage and egg and cheese. Oh my god, it's so good.
This is gonna be on
It's
your tombstone.
so freaking good. I order 2 of them a day. It's $10 for 2 of them.
2 of them a day.
Don't
That's-
tell my wife.
Wow.
Wow.
I thought I thought for a second there
You
that's
showed
what you were gonna
her
make.
by dying early.
They're so good. They're so
No, I'm gonna
good.
make something. I'm gonna make whatever the opposite of that is.
I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm gonna get 2 more.
Here I am. I'm like, all right, for breakfast we're gonna have waffle. We're gonna
That's all
have,
you got
we can do
to look
waffles.
forward to.
Like I have danishes. We have got croissants for dessert. We'll have pie and ice cream. And I'm like,
Croissant.
oh, Mike can't eat any of that. Although can you have ice cream?
You can
technically-
eat that stuff.
Well, I want you
No
to
one
enjoy
can
it.
have ice cream.
Is it still eating if it's an
No, I
enema?
don't enjoy food anymore. It's all utilitarian.
Don't enjoy food
No.
anymore.
It's all utilitarian.
Food is fuel. Back to the mines.
Food keeps me moving.
Welcome
No,
to
it's,
coffee custom
anyway.
mining. All right, well, back to the questions. I just wanted to.
It's Mike's cocking. All right, we're gonna do something we haven't done in a long time. That is, well, we're gonna do voicemails, which we always do, but we haven't pre-listened to these because none of us wanted to. So we're gonna listen to this as we, we're gonna hear them for the first time, just like you. So
We're doing it live.
hopefully these aren't super dumb dummies.
Hey guys, Adam here from Barnett Custom Woodworks. So I've been running my CNC machine like mad, and I have a bunch of dull bits. I found a local place I can take them, drop them off, ship them out, they'll sharpen them, and ship them back. What do you guys do with dull bits? Do you pitch them, order new ones? Do you collect it and sell the carbide? Do you throw them in a pile in the corner? I don't know. Let us know what you guys do. Oh, and my nips!
I wasn't for sure that anybody heard what that kid was saying.
Like, do you care to explain?
Wait, Adam did have a follow-up. Adam did have a follow-up right here, though. Okay, so just to explain what that is. So my son, when he was like just learning how to talk, we had a power wheels for him, and he was learning. He was driving it, and he flew forward and hit his chest on the steering wheel. And we don't know what he said, but he said, "Ow, my nips." He didn't know what nips are. So we don't know what he actually said, but we have the video, and my wife and I play it for each other all the time, and it makes us laugh so hard. It's
pretty good.
Yeah, he said, "Ow,
Oh, my nips."
Anyway, so
And now it's on the internet for everybody here.
I've been jamming it into the podcast and making it.
No, it's great. It's great.
It is funny stuff. Dan, what do you do with your dull bits?
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I've just oh, my bits. I've just been pitching them. I just throw them out. He said something that like really caught my attention though. Like,
was it the nips part?
No, believe it or not. Can you resell the carbide? Is that a thing?
I mean, resharpen.
Apparently.
No,
We
resell.
can resell it too.
Oh, really?
I've just been throwing them out. Like, I've burned through a few 4.6 225s.
225, 4.6, 225.
The 1/8 inch and the
down cut.
1/4 inch amount of bits, and I just throw them out. It just seems easier to throw them out and just buy a new one. Less hassle, super easy. You order them and they're at your doorstep in like a day or two. So
I have something to say about it.
yeah, go ahead. I'm done.
So I have also done the same thing with the Amana bits. They're so reasonably priced because they're kind of like almost a hobbyist grade bits, really. That throwing them out is what I've definitely done. I've been using Vortex bits, and when you order your Vortex bits, it comes with a return label to send them in to get them sharpened. They don't sharpen them for free, but it's very cheap to get them sharpened. And they'll actually, when you send it out, they sharpen them and they get recut. So now the diameter actually gets smaller, and they send it back to you with the new diameter on there. Ooh. And they measure it, and you put that into the tool, the tool profile for it. So the actual diameter of it. So it's now it's not 0.25, it's 0.24 now. And the system, the CNC nerd brain will figure out what the carve needs to be to math that out. So
that's awesome.
I haven't done it, but I'm 100% going to be taking advantage of that because Vortex bits are more expensive. They're worth every single penny, in my opinion, but the sharpening option, that's why I keep a few of them on hand. Not just because you can't have your machine down, but I'm going to be sending them out. So I want to have another bit to use for when I send them out. So anyway, but I have not done it. I've thrown them in the trash just like Dan. Pete.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. That's like force saw blades. They'll sharpen for your blades too. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, I've definitely just tossed them before. There is one I did an experiment with, which is, and this is totally dumb, so just bear with me.
Was this in college?
No, this was unless I'm still in college. I took that bit, I threw it into my drill. I took some. Hey, hang on. Hey, you're skipping steps. You're skipping steps. Hang on. I took some high grit sandpaper and I ran the bit in reverse just to like polish up the outside to see if I can resharpen it. Was it as sharp as it was originally? No. It was definitely sharper than it was before. I just legit sharpened it with sandpaper. Almost like honing it. I can't recommend it because I'm not saying like it definitely is not getting it as sharp as like a brand new bit, because a brand new bit.
AWP says try that at your own risk.
Try at home at your own risk. Mike Hawk did it, but I don't know if I would recommend it officially. But again, this is just like, it's people sharpen their own blades. I was like, let's give it a shot. I don't think I got the same results as you would with like a brand new milling on that thing. So I really like the Vortex thing. That's honestly, that might be the reason why I like tried the Vortex bits now. Because I was like, they're kind of pricey. These look nice. Mike speaks, well about them. Like he's getting really good results with them. It's going really fast, and they're doing
he's literally
really
showed
well.
us videos of that
of
thing
like
screaming.
Flying.
That doesn't happen anymore. Don't worry.
But like, that, and then knowing that I can send them out to get them sharpened, shoot, that actually might be worth it. Like really worth it, because that's kind of cool as having that as an option.
The bits themselves are just worth it. They're just great.
Yeah, but I've just been just tossing them. Next.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, the pricing on those bits, I mean, they're really a consumable, and they're meant, that's how they want them to be. I'm on a price them to where they're consumable, and that's on purpose for sure. So, this next question is from Dylan Scott. You might recognize him from the Chappelle Show.
Hey guys, it's Dylan over at Scott's Custom Woodshop. I had a question for you guys about laptops or computers. I'm looking at buying a new one, and I'm kind of looking for something that'd be great for different design software, and like would possibly for CNC, because I'm looking to get one here next year hopefully, and I just want something that'll be compatible with that as well. And I don't want to break the bank. I'm wondering if there's something that's like in the $1,000 or less, maybe. I didn't know what you guys used or what you guys would recommend, but any information would be awesome. And thanks for everything you guys do, and love listening to the podcast.
I'll go real fast, just say what I have, because I don't really have a recommendation because I get asked all the time. I run all my software on my MacBook Pro. Aspire VCarve Pro needs to run in a Windows environment. I run that on Parallels on my MacBook, but I also have a pretty old and beat down Windows laptop that performs just fine for what I need it to do with Aspire. So from my experience, I don't think you need a whole lot to get going with the laptop for your CNC environment. But Pete will have more information, I'm sure. And Dan,
before Pete goes,
go to Dan.
I want you to explain for all the dum-dums, which includes myself, what Parallels is.
Oh, Parallels is a piece of software that runs on Mac, the Mac OS, and it allows you to run Windows inside of a program.
So it emulates Windows.
It's an emulator, yeah.
It's a virtual machine.
So I have that. It's a virtual machine. Yeah, exactly. So I have that on there, and I'll tell you what, man, that M1 Mac, that thing just freaking screams. It's so fast. Like I can run Windows faster on my Mac than I ever could on my Surface Pro that was maxed out stats. Like it's pretty bonkers. It runs it really fast. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Dan.
Don't say sorry. That was perfect. That was a great answer.
Yeah, that was a great answer.
Dan, recommendation?
I don't have a recommendation. I'll just tell you what I have. I can't even remember what I have. I think maybe Pete can remember what I have because I asked him so many times.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
I think
Please.
if you're running Fusion 360 as your cam and CAD, you might want a pretty beefy machine because that software really does take a lot of power behind it. So if you're going to be running out of your cam and your CAD out of Fusion, I think you're going to want to have a beefy machine because that thing's it's a memory. It's a performance hog. It's a performance queen, I would say. So anyway, that's my only other advice. I don't know.
So I bought a laptop, PC-based laptop on the recommendation of Pete. I can't even remember what it is. I think it's a
Lenovo,
Asus
or is it an
Lenovo?
Asus? One of those.
I don't know. It was pretty cheap. It was like $400 or $500.
I think your budget was
pretty cheap.
500. I think we're
It was
right at
very.
500.
It's a very basic laptop, and I use it only for running Aspire or VCarve Pro. That's it. That's
And
its-
Aspire
that's
is
its
not
main
super
job.
demanding, but it occasionally is demanding. Like with
But
like
if that's
you get,
all
like,
it's doing, I'm not
300 profiles that it needs to cut. It gets a little boggy. But
right.
or if you
I'm
need to
not
load
doing
up the
anything
Amana
crazy
tool
like that.
library.
I'm not doing anything crazy like that. I'm not surfing the internet. I'm not on YouTube. I'm not doing any of that stuff. It's just running Aspire. That's it. So you can go
business
cheap.
up front.
Yeah, you can go cheap, but don't expect it to do much more. I think Pete can probably add a lot to this.
Ditto.
Oh,
Cool.
No, I'm
there's
kidding.
your
Kidding.
Next
Let me give him
question.
that. So
Okay, we're so sorry.
let me give him an actual like. So this is more coming from the IT space, which is literally what I do for a living. The things you want to look for in a laptop is well. So think about how long. Obviously, you want this laptop to last you a while. You don't want to get something that's just. Do not get a Chromebook, because I will come to your house and I will just slap you around.
well, a Chromebook doesn't run Windows, right?
Yes, but some people,
No, you can't
I
do
have, you have no idea how many people have messaged me like, "Hey, I want to get ready for my CNC that's coming. Like, I got this laptop." I'm like, "That's a Chromebook, dude." You want
Yeah,
the-
I actually
$100
thought about
bucks.
doing the same thing, and
Yeah.
you told me that's not going to work.
No, I virtually smacked you. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So what you want is Macs are great. I've got Macs. I got Windows at home. For CNCs, if you're looking to spend the least amount of money for like all the extra stuff you got to do with it, I highly recommend a Windows PC. Now, if you're looking at a Windows PC, everything nowadays is going to have Windows 10 on it. Don't buy your second cousin's laptop for whatever. Like, you can get a pretty reasonable one for like Dan got his. It's a pretty
I'm
decent
gonna look it up.
model
I'm gonna look
for
it up
about
while you're
$500
talking about
bucks. If not, I have the link still saved, so you can hit me up or Dan up, and we'll send you the link to it. And it does a pretty good job. Now, Mike brought up a good point. If you're doing any modeling, Fusion 360 and stuff like that on it, you do want a little bit of extra oomph behind it. And the thing is, programs are going to continue to be getting more demanding, so you want to make sure you're kind of future-proofed a little bit. Factors you look at: RAM. RAM is and I'm going to really dumb this down. Just be real quick about it. It's the how much memory your computer can process at the same time. You want minimum 16 gigs. And you don't need to go crazy. Get 16 gigs. You don't need to get 32, anything like that. 16 is the new floor. You get 8 gigs, that's the budget. That's getting an iPhone with 32 gigs of storage. Come on, you're just limiting yourself. Storage is the other thing.
That's like not owning an espresso machine as an adult.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, what a shop. Exactly. You got it.
Just joking.
The other thing is 256 gigs of storage minimum. Like, that's the floor. And that's the not owning an espresso machine or espresso.
You're pretty much describing the computer. I found what I bought.
Because you
I bought
with your
the-
budget, I went with the floor model that I could
Yeah,
get. For
I bought the Dell Inspiron 3000. It has 16 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabyte solid state drive,
Yep.
and a webcam.
Does it have the processor on it there?
Processor N5030 processor.
Ooh, that's a good
Intel
one.
Pentium Silver.
Yeah, you got a Pentium Silver. They still make Pentiums for anyone in IT world, and they're still considered okay. With Dan's budget, it was fine. It does everything he needs to do.
I can't remember what I paid for it, but right now it's at $539.
Yeah, I think you got it for $499. It was like on sale. Or
I think
something.
so.
You got it for
That
$500
sounds right.
because that was your budget. I'm glad he said under 1,000 because you can really play around with that number. If you're under 1,000, look for something with an i5 Intel processor or a Radeon 5000 series, I think is the model. I might be a little high on that. I'm not sure with the AMD brand. Any of the tech people will know, but basically look for something. Don't go for the cheapest option. At least get that storage.
Mid-level.
And if you're really confused, hit me up. I will help you out. I will point you in the right direction. But invest, you're going to need, this thing's going to come in handy. Put some money towards it. $700, I think will get you a great machine. That's all I'm going to say. Let's go to the next one. Enough tech talk with Pete.
The next question is from Ed Cardona. Here it is.
What's happening, gentlemen? Ed from OakRidgeWoodworks. And
Oak Ridge
no,
Boys.
I'm not a founding member of the Oak Ridge Boys.
Never
Since
mind.
They were founded back in the 1940s. That would make me more like a founding grandfather or great grandfather. But no, not associated with the Oak Ridge Boys. Damn it. So here's my question for this week. If you had a budget of $5,000 and knowing what you know today in your business, what would you buy first? A CNC or a laser?
No question.
If you were just getting into the hobby. Now, the kind of second part to that would be, would you consider possibly taking the same 5,000 and maybe going to a much more entry-level machine and get one of each? So look forward to your responses. Appreciate the answering of a prior question on the podcast. Love your show, and look forward to meeting you guys up at Maker Camp later.
Oh, this is awkward.
Dan?
Absolutely. I'm gonna take that 5,000 and buy a more production style CNC, maybe a 4x4 machine, maybe like an Avid or something like that. Something that can handle the load more. I mean, I love my Onefinity machine, but it's still a hobbyist machine, and I need something that's more production style. So I think that's my answer. I want to hear what Pete has to say.
Personally, I would invest in a $4,700 CNC, the biggest capacity with the strongest gantry possible. Yeah, like an Avid or so many other models
Axiom.
too. Yeah, there's some that are in that price point. And then get it like an Artour laser for like personalizing or whatever. But I can't help but think for people that like don't have CNCs and they like run very successful businesses and do a pretty good job. Like for $5,000, you can get like, I love my Laguna laser and I don't regret that purchase at all. I love that thing. I want to go bigger, but for $5,000, if you go with like a Chinese knockoff brand, you can get a much more powerful laser that you might potentially have to do a little more tweaking with certain things because there's less support in the community, but I've heard people do that. So there is something to be said about that. Think about what you want to do and what thickness of material you want to work with, because I think that's the biggest determining factor. If you just want to cut thin things, make, cool art, whatever, I think a laser would be the better option. But if you want to like engrave, cut materials of any size, CNC's your thing because you can probably slap a laser on that thing anyways for a couple $100. Mike, what do you think?
For me, there's no question. If I have $5,000, it's going to a CNC. For my business, the CNC is far more necessary than the laser is. The laser is super cool, and I do want to get I am going to be getting a bigger laser. It adds a lot to my business, but it does not add nearly as much as a CNC makes. And I'm more than happy to make the huge investment into the even bigger CNC I'm getting because of how much I can see it opening up. So with that said, I don't know what CNCs you can get in the $5,000 price point range. I don't know of any Axioms or Avids at the $5,000 price point range. I just don't know. I know, but I'm not. I know, but I just don't. What I'm saying is, if I have $5,000, get a Onefinity and then you have $2,500 left over to get a pretty good sized Chinese laser.
Well, you can
with
actually
that money.
add
So I think you can kind of.
You could actually add the what do they call it? The J laser to the
JTech
Onefinity.
laser. Yeah.
JTech, but
It's
it's
not
not. That's an engraving laser. That's not going to cut anything because it's like a 3 or 7 watt or something like that. So you could get like an Aeon or I think Tech has some bigger machines
They have
too.
some
I'm not super
in the
familiar with them.
$2,000 range.
But the thing is I just don't know of any CNCs on the 4x4 size that you can get, or the 2x4 size. I'm sure they exist. I think the I2R is one I've seen out there. I'm not incredibly familiar.
There are some of those
for
like
me, it's CNC.
knockoff brands that are basically a Chinese CNC brand, but they're way less known. So they're kind of more of a budget thing.
Yeah. So I'm sure you can find it. If you have $5,000, I'm sure you could find a CNC. And for me, it's CNC for sure. Laser is cool. CNC is needed for my business. So that's my answer. This next question is from Josh Friedrich from 507 Woodworks. Here we go.
Hey guys, it is Josh from over at 507 Woodworks here. So I started noticing a theme last night while I was watching some YouTube videos, which was nice shops. More specifically, nice shop furniture. So it kind of got me wondering, if you're trying to monetize on YouTube, say for a living, are you guys going to spend the extra dollar to make nice shop furniture for a more visually appealing look to your videos? Or are you going to ride with what you got and not break the bank? I know they always say make shop furniture out of what you have or what you can afford, but if you're trying to make a living off of it, do you upgrade a little bit? So just curious on the thoughts about what you do. As always, appreciate the responses and appreciate you guys doing the show. So we'll catch you guys around.
Thanks, Josh. Dan?
I think you show the process from beginning to end, from a humble shop to a more, stylized, visually appealing shop. I think you show the whole thing. If that's your motivation, if YouTube is your motivation and you want to grow that audience, you show the whole dang thing. You don't worry about where you're going to start. You show the whole dang thing. Mike?
So I agree 100%. You got to start with a story because that's what people really want to follow on YouTube. But here's my, not as a content creator, here's my answer. I'm in my shop all day. That's where I work. If I worked for someone else and the place was run down and made out of crap, it would bum me out. So when I'm in my shop, I really want my furniture to be as nice as I can make it because it makes me feel, it feels like it's a nicer place, if that makes sense. And I know that not everyone needs that. That's something for me that I need. I think a lot of people can relate to that. I think there are people who don't need that. Some people can just go into their work and they can just get their job done. It doesn't matter what the furniture is around them. But I think when you're doing content, in the social media world, it's always this pristine best case scenario that gets presented. And unfortunately, that kind of is what succeeds. Not unfortunately, but whatever the reason is, that's what succeeds. You see the really skinny person, they succeed. You see the person who has a bunch of money, they look successful. It's all these, it's almost like putting on airs. Here's the thing with those content creators shops. They don't really build much. You saw everything they built. So it's very easy for them to get ahead on the shop furniture game because that's all they make. They make shop furniture and they show you how to make it. And that's valuable, but they don't run businesses, a lot of them. So the ones that do run the businesses, like the bigger businesses, like you look at April Wilkerson or Matt Cremona, they have like Matt Cremona's shop, I wouldn't say is super glorious. Matt has a business. Matt has a big warehouse. Matt makes these big silver maple benches and his shop looks like a worked in shop. But he has nice stuff, but it doesn't look immaculate. And I'm not calling anyone out, but you look at Brad Rodriguez's shop and he's a content creator full time. I'm not calling him out. This isn't meant to be negative or an attack on Brad because Brad's very nice. His shop is like really pristine. It looks like a super Weekend Warrior DIY shop, like, but everything in there's perfect for that situation. And that's for a reason. That's because that's his audience.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to do that. So his shop is geared towards his audience. So if you're a weekend warrior / DIYer, you look at Brad's shop and go, this is a dope shop. And it is a dope shop because it's super nice because he's geared towards that. And I don't think that if you are going to do content on YouTube, you have to have that shop that looks like that, unless that's your audience. And you need to figure out what your audience is. So we can't answer that question for you. So it doesn't go like, oh, I put in a nice shop furniture, now my page or my channel blew up. That's just not how it works. You have to, if that makes sense to your audience, that makes sense. There's humongous accounts that have incredibly loyal followings that don't have those as well. So that's kind of, I know that's a crazy long answer, but that's where I'm at with it. I think that there's a lot of optics involved and a lot of personal preference. For me, I really like having nice shop furniture, but my shop furniture isn't as nice as Brad Rodriguez's shop furniture. But I guarantee you I do more commission work than he does. So just kind of where it's at. Pete.
Great answer, by the way.
Thanks.
Second point. Sex sells. It like
It's
a
true.
sexy
It does.
shop, a cool shop. A lot of it is like this looks cool. Oh, this guy looks like a pro because all his shop furniture is Baltic birch and he's clearly made it himself. Like there's something about it like we like seeing that. It's visual pleasing.
It's clean.
It's clean. Yeah, it's clean.
It's organized.
And it's organized. It might not be for everyone though. I went for a very different theme with my new shop, and it's my dream shop. I'm very excited until my next shop. Right now, it's my dream shop. It's what I've wanted before and finally got. One of the best additions I got was like I got the lev rack, and it stores everything and then some from my old shop, and like all my small tools, you know, everything from pliers to screwdrivers to small hand tools to all the electric tools, like all the DeWalt battery stuff. It lives in a tool chest. I have a large tool chest and it stores all of those tools. I don't need to display my 50 screwdrivers. They're all mismatched. I've collected them over the years. I probably use 5 of them. Those are right in the front. I open up the drawer, I grab it, I got it. The only place where I like display tools like a woodworker is my French cleat wall, because it's every tool that I'm constantly grabbing while I'm woodworking. I want my tools. The main thing that I go for is organized, and I want it to look clean. You know, I'm constantly cleaning up my shop because like I hate when it's a mess. I want to know, I want to be able to say, and it's been so nice to finally for the last like 3 months, I haven't been able to say this. When Emma asks me for like, hey, where's this? I can go, this area, this shelf, this box is the thing you're looking for. And she can find it even if I'm not home, because everything's organized. Everything's got a place, and it makes it very easy to work it. Like I'm not a production shop like Mike or Dan. Like I'm not spending as much time in my shop, but when I'm in there, I don't have that much time. I want it to be as efficient as possible. I want it to be good, and I want it to be clean and neat and pleasing to me. So clean, neat, whatever you want it to be happy in there. Who cares? That's it.
Okay. The next question is from Moses Cho, and he actually has 2 questions. So I'm going to play this first one, and this is Moses. I should play that. He actually does have 2, and it's not him saying
questions?
On my nips or my son saying it. He has 3 questions. Here we go. Chomo.
Hey guys, it's Moses with Chosen Craft Co. I normally don't have this sucky of an audio, but
It's actually
there's
not bad.
construction going on where I'm at right now.
Sounds great.
Anyways,
Better than the last 3.
I've been going to the lumber yard a lot, and I've been. Shut up!
Okay, I take it back.
That's pretty good.
Isn't it
That's
a
pretty good.
dryer?
Shut
On double dry? He's just spinning.
Hey guys, Moses Cho. All right, this next one, which we assume is an actual.
That was it.
proud of you.
Drink cut off. I thought you
No,
paused it.
that was his first one. No, that was his first one. Here comes the second one.
So as I was saying, I've been going to the lumber yard a lot, and you know, it made me wonder, how do you guys pick your wood? Because
It's a very personal question.
a few days ago, I went to this lumber yard in San Diego, and they have just been running out of stock, and the wood they had, for example, walnut, had bunch of, you know, flaws, or just what was left over before it got restocked are just not great. They have some bug holes and the grain pattern's weird, cup, twist, whatever. But have you guys, or when you guys run into those situations, do you guys just wait and come back? And it might be different now if you guys order a bunch at once, but what did you guys used to do? Let me know. Thanks, guys.
Pete, what do you do at your highway robbery hardwood, whatever it's called?
Yeah. I pick the heck out of that lumber. I go for the best stuff, especially if I'm looking for like 3 or 4 boards. I'm cleaning it up. I've even taken a book, and I've shot a page out of the book of Shannon Rogers, where he's like, bring a hand plane, just like a little block plane, like clean it up, see if it's actually like it looks good or whatever. I've done that once. Probably won't do it again because I've gotten decent enough. Yeah, it kicked me out and I can't go back. But like I do pick it out as much as I can. I'll pull out a board and I make sure to put everything away. I'm trying to stick to like lumberyard etiquette. But if I'm ever buying like 10 plus boards, I'll just like, I'm getting way less selective at it. I will just buy a little bit over because I know I can use that small stuff for little projects or whatever. Charcuterie boards or whatnot. But I'm just looking for straightest, flattest, least amount of knots, especially with walnut. And at what is commonly known as boards and beams locally here, I make sure there's no beetle holes or bug holes or anything like that because they've gotten a bad rap for one bad season that they got. There was a lot of bugs one year. Mike, what do you do?
Yikes. I don't really pick out much of my wood now. It all kind of gets delivered just because I buy from Macbeth, and Macbeth isn't really close, and I kind of order enough where I get deliveries. So I don't kind of order enough. I order enough to where I get deliveries. So, but you did specifically ask, what did I do? So when I do go pick up my wood, yeah, I mean, I get pretty picky, but I do have the tools to correct it. So, but I mean, sometimes you get a piece that's so jacked, you just can't use it for its purpose. So if you need like 3 boards, like Pete was saying, which is very common. I mean, a lot of projects, you know, that I'm cranking out don't need a ton of wood. You know, you don't want to get back home or back to the shop with your 3 boards and realize that you can only use 2 of those 3, and then you have to go back and buy another one. It sucks. That's like a huge waste of time and money. So yeah, you got to go through there, be selective. That is a really good advice to bring that block plane. Though a lot of the wood out here at all the places is surfaced on like 3 or 2 faces already. So I don't know if a lot of yours is rough, but it's pretty much surface. So, and like I said, I get my stuff from Macbeth. They process a lot of wood through there. So sometimes the milling, the surfacing isn't great. I know they've changed out their jointer planer edge. Like they have one machine that's like a jointer, a planer, and a line rip all in one. Like it shoots it through. They finally changed out all the teeth to carbide, and it's really gotten a lot better. Like when I first started going there, I'd get a lot of tear out and like the harder woods. I would mill it out through my processes, but I don't have to do that so much anymore. It's pretty nice. Anyway, be selective, know what you can do with the tools you have. And sometimes you're in a hurry and you can't pick through the entire thing. But just so you know how that works is they get a big bunch of skids of lumber in. All the woodworkers come in and pick through that like everyone does. They want to get the best thing. And they're not going to reorder until those stock counts get low. So when you're going in there and looking through the woods, so did the other 200 guys that came before you. So that stuff's probably going to be caca when you get to the bottom of that pile. Like when they're getting towards the end, it might be worth just waiting for the next delivery to come in if you're not in a hurry, because it's going to be more prime choice stuff. So anyway, Dan.
Mike took part of my answer. If people are picking through the piles, he's absolutely correct. You're not going to get the best stuff, and you're better off waiting for the next stack to open or the next load to arrive or whatever.
For the next load to drop.
Yeah. I didn't want to say that. But so the the local lumber mill where I go, they actually don't allow people to pick through the stacks because of that reason.
Cowards.
Well, they do a lot of volume stuff. So a guy coming in wanting 3 boards, they're just like, sure, but you're going to get the 3 boards we give you. You can give them like rough dimensions on what you need. I need 8-foot boards that are at least 6 inches long or 6 inches wide. And I need it, such and such. They're not going to let you pick them. You get what they give you type of place. However, I have made a good relationship with them. And when I come in there, they will let me go through because they know me and they know what I'm doing. So, so maybe if you have a place like that, maybe if you make I don't know what these hand signals mean.
I think it's pretty obvious.
It's pretty obvious.
Make a relationship with your lumber mill, and maybe they'll
for sure.
treat you a little better. Is
That's
I'm
really
saying.
good advice.
Bring donuts.
Bring your dog. They love Max.
Actually,
Donuts for donuts.
Bring your dog. Yeah.
They love Max. They get
Bring your
upset.
bidet. People love bidets more than their kids.
If I don't bring Max, they like, hey, where's Max? Why are you here?
Yo, he
without
dead?
Max?
Are you saying, wait, so what you're saying is you haven't built up the relationship Max has.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
He's your Max Scott.
I'm quitting.
Anyways, that was
Stretch,
bad.
but okay.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to stretch things out. Okay, so that's the show. We're gonna be in.
Is that all the questions? I thought you said 6. That was 5. I mean, it's
why are you counting?
Well, Mocho was 2 parts.
I'm sorry.
You can go through it if
I
you
didn't
want.
math right. No, it's fine.
No, Pete, go ahead and correct it some more. It's fun. You want to bring up your buddy again, Mike? No, we're gonna
Mike Coffee.
We're gonna be in. We're gonna be in. Dan and I are going out to Pete's. We're really excited to see Pete and his new
Not
place.
so much anymore.
And,
So nice how you
After this.
lie.
oh. Where's that breaks sound effect? I need to add it to the show. No, yeah. Is it just the ow my nips now? Anyway, Pete, I don't like it when you do it that sensuously. Please don't do that again.
It's too good. It's too dead on.
That was really uncomfortable. Ow, my nips. Dan's looking in his cup like, what's going on? Where's all the drinks? They're in your tummy, bud. Anyway, we're gonna be out there. Really looking forward to seeing Pete's new place and hanging out with Pete and Dan. Really looking forward to seeing these guys. I need a break really bad, and it's gonna be really nice. We're gonna be at the Maker Camp. I'll get this thing edited tonight. I don't want to, but I'm going to get it edited tonight so we can get the word out. And I'm gonna release the show. No, I do. It's the best thing for the podcast. I'm gonna get this thing edited, and then we're gonna release it early on Friday for everyone. And that way we get some word out there for the Maker Camp thing. And also Dan's going to do a post, so that's going to help too.
Yeah, he is.
Big thanks to everyone who shares the show. We love you guys very much. Thank you for supporting what we do here. Numbers are creeping back up. That's really nice. We like seeing the downloads increasing. So I think people are going to be, weather's cooling down. People are going to stop going outside and having fun with people, which is great for us because we just don't want you being around your friends or family. We just want you, consuming our content. So,
please.
Isn't it funny how that happened? Like things started slowing down and people were like, "Oh, we can go outside now," and then like 2 weeks later, the numbers were back up. Like people were like, "Oh, that's right. We hate people. We hate going outside."
Yeah, people are. Did you hear that? My friend doesn't even have an espresso machine. Anyway, so big thanks to everyone.
The Amish.
The Amish. The Amish.
Mike is very upset by your lack of espresso machine.
Espresso.
It's really fun making fun of the Amish on a podcast.
United States of America.
No content. Welcome.
Yeah. They don't listen to.
All right.
They don't listen to podcasts.
They don't listen to podcasts.
No.
You can't get it on.
They barely have YouTube.
Anyway, big. They just got YouTube, the Amish. Big thanks to all you. I don't know why I keep saying that. We're going to talk to you guys. We're excited to see everyone at Makers Camp. It's going to be so much fun. And love you long time. Bye-bye now.
Huge shout out to our Amish listeners.
Hey!
Amish listeners.
Love you long time.
Bye. Kill it.